Hi everybody, it's True Yeti here. I'm going to make a quick video about IFA bonuses since we're going to be using them in the 1v1 league that's ongoing. We've also used them in past 1v1 seasons, so it's worth just putting the information out there. So if we say IFA bonus, you know exactly what we mean. You might ask, what is an IFA bonus? It's meant to balance out and give a little bit of help to the IFA factions. They don't have a speed mech. They start with a collection of combat cards and power not equal to 5. All the other base factions, all their combat cards and power totals equal to 5. So all we're doing is we're giving Togawa some extra power, we're giving Albion some extra combat cards, and here's how you do that. So basically you take 4 turns to get it set up, and then the game would actually start round 5. So here we have Togawa Industrial and Crimea Agricultural, possibly a matchup that you'll see in the home and away bidding system. So wanted to use this as a specific example. So what you're going to do is you're going to alternate bolster and coin actions until you have 3 power and you get the coins back because you have to spend a coin bolstering. So the first thing that Togawa wants to do is they want to think about what their first move is going to be. So let's say you want to move first, then you don't want to end on coin, you want to start on coin. So a little bit of forethought. You can always take an additional dead turn, but it's nice to kind of have this out of the way so there's no confusion. So first thing that Togawa does, take an extra coin, pass the turn. Crimea takes basically any dead action. So you can just click on any of these at the bottom, and there you go, you skip your turn. So now Togawa is going to gain 2 power, and turn. Crimea takes another dead action. Crimea is going to gain a coin, 1 more dead action. And now this is the important part. You're at 2 power, 2 combat cards. If you just bolster right now, you're going to get up to 4 power. So what do? You go to options, you come down here where it says bonus inspection, you click on the power. And now, when you bolster, you get the option of 1, 2, or none. You're going to take 1 power. So there we go. We're at 3 power, 2 combat cards, end turn. And now it's important that Crimea does the same thing that Togawa did earlier. Whatever thing you want to start with, don't make that your bottom row action. So if you want to trade action 1, don't choose deploy as your dead action. So here, we're probably not going to be bolstering, so we just go ahead and end with that bottom row action. And then there we go. It's round 5. It's really round 1, so you're ready to get started and play your game. And so there you go. That's IFA bonuses. Hey, me again. Second half of the video, I wanted to go ahead and show as well what happens when both sides are taking their IFA bonuses. So here we have Togawa Engineering and Albion Mechanical. And so all that's going to happen is they're not going to be dead turns. You're just going to alternate back and forth, taking the power for Togawa and taking the cards for Albion. So once again, you kind of want to think about, okay, what am I going to start with? Am I going to start with, let's say, trade to oil on Togawa Engineering? Am I going to start by moving? And just make sure that you factor that into which order you do your stuff in. So let's say just in case I want to move, I'm going to gain a coin first. It doesn't actually matter if you get the power or combat cards or your coin first. It just matters that you alternate. So here we go. Let's say they're not going to want to... yeah, they'll do the same thing just in case they want to move. All right, so we do our power. Albion gets his combat card. Togawa gets a coin. Albion gets a coin. Once again, make sure to turn on bonus inspection. We've got our 3 power and 2 combat cards. Very nice. And Albion has their 3 power and 2 combat cards. And now you're all set to go. It's round 5. Togawa's ready to take their first action, and play will proceed from there. So hope everybody has fun. Hope IFA bonuses were made sort of simple, not too overwhelming and confusing. It really does open up the amount of matchups that are available to play, and it's just nice being able to not be constrained by combat cards early as Albion and by power early as Togawa. Maybe you want to go a 5-worker setup, and otherwise you would have no power to produce. So it opens it up a little bit more and just makes them a little bit more even. And hopefully you got some great games, fun games ahead of you. Hope you guys have fun playing.